Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrat Mohammadqamaruzzamansahebalahbadi, which took place on Thursday after the Taraweeh Salat, 13th of Ramadan, 1446, 13th of March, 2025. Our Hazrat Wala is speaking about ईमान ठीक करना चाहिए, दुनिया में ईमान ठीक करना चाहिए, उसके कमाल की फ़िक्र करनी चाहिए, यही हर जगह काम आने वाला है. You should perfect your iman, rectify it, advance it, and create perfection in it. You should have concern to create perfection in this iman. Why? Because this year will be of great value and use to you at every point, here in the dunya and in the akhirat. There was a person who passed away from the laity, ordinary simple person, but he had perfect iman. People had seen him in a dream and asked him that what is your condition? He says, I am in much peace, comfort and luxury. I have lanterns of noor in my qabr. So if there was noor there, is there any question of wahshat and strangeness then? Then there will be no question of it. Do you know that noor that was illuminated in the qabr? What noor was that? That was the noor of iman. Isliye uski fikr kijiye. Be concerned of that noor and go and achieve this noor where you can find it. Hazrat Wala is saying that what is this Kamal Iman? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu aminu. O people of Iman, create perfection in your Iman. And this is the reason also why we go to the Buzruks and saintly people. Walil imani darajat. Iman has different stages. We need to make an effort. There is a koshish and an effort to gain tarakki, progress and advancement in this iman. You know the incident of a certain person, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab used to relate to us abundantly. He would say that a person was there and something comes out from his bosom, his chest, and it's in a form of a bird. It's sitting on the tree, it's teasing, and this person, can't understand this here. He goes to a saintly person and asks him, what is this all about? He says, it seems that there is no perfection in your iman, rather your iman has left you. Now this here is the talimat, the bayanat of Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab. He would speak and we would write. There was no even tape recorders then in the initial stages. After that, we used to start rectifying it, and because we used to do a rough copy first, we used to start cleaning it up, and then we would present it to Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab. So much so that even the ulama were amazed at this work. All shukr is to Allah that He took this type of work from me. You know, on one occasion, as time went on, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab said that Qamaruzzaman tayyar ho gaye. Qamaruzzaman is now prepared. He was actually referring to someone else who was there and who would carry out some type of works like this here and of this caliber, that now there is no need for that person because I've created my own product here in this form of Qamaruzzaman. Now, what can I say about that type of statement and remark of Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab? Our Hazrat Wala is saying, it was his good thoughts of me. Now, Allah Ta'ala keep all of this here continuous and continue giving me that inspiration to make tarjumani of his talimat, to echo his talimat and take it throughout the world. So Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala bless us with the noor of Iman. There's an incident that Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab used to quote to us abundantly. It was of the king Sikandar. Wherever he would go, his noble habit was he would take the dua of saintly people, and then he would leave and they would conquer. This thought would come so much to the mind of the soldiers that we conquer, we do the hard work, and the name goes to the saintly person and the buzruk. Khair, on one occasion, there was a very unassuming fort, very easy to conquer, but some many long days were spent there, laying siege at that fort and trying to conquer it, but with no avail, just nothing happening there. At that time, Sikandar said, listen, is there any buzruk that lives in this area that we can go to him and ask him for his du'as? People pointed out that in certain mountain, there's a buzruk that stays there. Nevertheless, he took his lantern and he set out. It was the dead of the night. He climbed the mountain, and as he approached the mouth of that cave, that buzruk and saint said, who is this? Sikandar, who is this? He asks, who is it? And he's giving the name as well. Sikandar, the king, was absolutely amazed, and he said that, Hazrat, how did you recognize me? The saint went on to say, tell me, for staying here so many days and taking the name of Allah, the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, are you telling me that I don't even have that amount of light in my heart, the amount that you have in your hand in that lantern, so that I may recognize you? Okay, never mind, leave all of that. Tell me, how have you come? Why have you come? Sikandar, the king, goes on to say that, listen, we are at a fort and we are unable to conquer. We have come here to you for your du'as. He said, okay, it will be conquered and you may leave, you can carry on. And as Sikandar Badshah is leaving, the buzruk then says, La ilaha illallah. And as he says the kalima, illallah, instantaneously, simultaneously, together with that, the fort is then conquered. The fort is then conquered. That also was cleared up from the minds of the soldiers that, hey, truly it is the dua of the saintly people. Now I am saying this to you that La ilaha illallah, Allah Ta'ala ne बहुत ज़बरदस्त क़ुव्वत बख्शी. I'm saying to you people that Allah Ta'ala ne La ilaha illallah ko, Allah Ta'ala ne बहुत ज़बरदस्त क़ुव्वत बख्शी. Allah has given some great strength and power to this kalima La ilaha illallah. In fact, what can we say? Jahannam is nothing in front of this kalima, so much so that it will be made easy for a person to cross the sirat. With this La ilaha illallah, all the challenges of the akhirat would become easy. Okay, let's continue. Hazrat Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanwi rahimahullah, in his kitabs I have seen regarding Hazrat Mu'inuddin Chishti, or was it his Sheikh Khaja Uthman Haruni. It was their waqia that one of their murids had passed away, and they went there to the Qabristan to bury him. When they buried him, people noticed on the face of Hazrat that his face became very gloomy and he seemed very, very disturbed. Nevertheless, Hazrat then sat there for a while and he meditated, and after that his face was then gleaming with joy and happiness. When people seen this here, they said, Hazrat, what is all this about? First, initially, your face was like this, and now you seem to be so happy. He said, yes. When we were burying him and putting him down, I seen the angels of Adab, due to which I became very, very concerned that, listen, now he's going to be punished. So I requested Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then that this person has come to me, he used to come to me in the dunya. Save him from this punishment. So the answer that was given to him, that listen, he definitely used to come to him, but where was his amal? He never used to practice. I then said, Oh Allah, this is actually why I am saying to you. Otherwise, if his deeds were good, his deeds would have been the means of taking him to Jannah. Now, on the contrary, when he doesn't have a'mal, or he is a gunagar and he is a sinner, and he had ta'alluq with me, and now he's going to be punished, then what was the use and the benefit of him having ta'alluq with me? Upon that day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala released him, granted him salvation from that punishment, and granted him Jannah. So on that day, I became very, very happy that because of me, this person, his life, there was ease granted there, and he was protected from the adab of the akhirat. Okay. So this year we're speaking about the Noor of Iman. Allah Ta'ala Noor Iman se munawwar farma de. Allah Ta'ala illuminate us with the Noor of Iman. Now make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala illuminates us with the Noor of Iman, bless us with the fuyuz of the barakat of Ramadan. What type of articles and topics have been discussed by our Buzrugane Deen? What Deen, what Ta'aleem, what Quran, that the mountains could not tolerate it. Yes, the heart of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam tolerated it. Allah Ta'ala bless us with the great dawlat and the Noor of Iman, and Allah Ta'ala then protect this Iman of ours from every evil thing. And we should work in such a manner that we create this year within our children as well. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.